Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today we've got a game between CptCaneABis and Maxion here in Acropolis, the latter edition. Top left-hand corner is the red Terran player, CptCaneABis. Yeah, I know what you're doing there. And in the bottom right is the blue Protoss player, Maxion. Alright, so this is a Patreon game sent to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com by somebody who subscribed to me on patreon.com/falconpaladin for $10 a month, which gives them the right to send me a replay every single month, and I will cast it no matter what. It doesn't have to be your replay. If you want me to cast something from a player that you like, that will work as well. So this is a bonus cast, and yeah, it's going to be around Into the Void level. It's going to be silver to gold, so if you're not into that sort of thing, then thanks for stopping by, and I'll catch you next time. Dun dun dun. Alright, so Maxion here going for a 1 gateway expand. Hold on a second. Engineering Bay first here from CptCaneABis. What is happening? Why is this probe hiding too? I like that. The SCV comes in. Oh, so the SCV can't block the expansion? If the probe is hiding up here, what normally happens is you come up and you mine a little bit. But you can just hide in the corner here for a while too. This is definitely not professional level. I'm going to say that. Gas steel up now, top for the Protoss player. Engineering Bay is definitely scouted. The probe is stuck in here forever, is not escaping by any stretch. Although there's not much to kill it. Right? I mean, could you go for like a really weird delayed cannon rush if your opponent isn't making a barracks, right? I mean, maybe you could try to force a bunch of SCVs off the line to slow down the Terran player. That is a barracks right here, though, from CptCaneABis, who's proxying that. SCVs are coming off the line to try to stop this. The probe gets sniped. That's a big deal for Maxion. He probably should have tried to keep that alive. No, he should have tried to keep that alive, and he didn't. But Planetary Fortress inside the main base from CptCaneABis. Then he's proxying a barracks over this way. Not expanding is Maxion. He recognizes something weird is going on. This Terran player is not playing standard. I'm not going to play standard either. It's a lot of lost mining time here for the Terran, though, to pull all the zoos off the line to kill a pylon. And then the Planetary is going to handle this one no problem. But this barracks has got to be a Reaper, doesn't it? Production tab says nothing from CptCaneABis. Forge here, Cyber Core, maybe some cannons to defend would be pretty good. It is a Reaper. Alright, so we have Reaper names. I don't have them up on the screen. Quick, get them up on the screen for the people, Falcon. You can do it. Reaper name. It's gonna be. Did I do? Oh no, I already did Grand Admiral Thrawn. Apologies. I don't have a Reaper name ready for you, but keep them coming anyway. I will have one next time. I thought I had more on the list than that. How embarrassing. It's cool. Let's keep moving. Reaper is going to hop on in, and there is nothing to stop this. There's nothing. There's no Adept in production. There's no Stalker in production. It's cannons. The probes! Now, this is lost mining time for Maxion, pulling all of the probes off in the main base to try to deal with a Reaper. Oh, this is going to be a good Reaper from CptCaneABis. The proxy Reaper with a Planetary Fortress back home is so weird. Woo! Almost got the surround. Almost got the surround. Didn't quite get it, though. Stalker's now on the way for Maxion. Very impressed by that. And, oh, Reaper does get the surround. Oh, it's dead, but I guess who's back? Reaper number 2. Oh, yeah. Where's that Stalker? Is he being Chrono Boost? No, not being Chrono Boost. I'm not sure the Maxion knows about Chrono Boost. This is definitely closer to silver than gold. Let's just say that. Let's save ourselves some time here. I mean, if this Reaper is going after probes, there we go. It'd have a much better time of it. Takes you forever to kill buildings, but probes are pretty squishy. It turns out, so this Reaper, man, Reaper number 2 already has 4 kills. Reaper 1 had 2 or 3. Zealot here is trying to get through this wall, getting repaired. Hellion could shut this down pretty easy, but the Hellion is not responding properly. And the weird cannon rush from Maxion is happening on the other side here too. So this is a crazy game. I'm enjoying it so far. This is really good. This is really good Into the Void stuff. If you're enjoying this, this is what Into the Void is. I think maybe you've looked at Into the Void and been like, what is that? I don't understand. It's not, unfortunately, a very clear name. I don't know. Should I just call it Bronze League Heroes like everybody else does and just copy Husky? That might be something I need to do. Ooh, the probe. One probe takes down the Reaper. Sure, the Stalker did a lot of work, but still. Dude, throw down a cannon. Maxion, you have the resources to make a cannon here. A low ground cannon would help you get through this wall so very, very much. Did I mention that CptCaneABis has stuff over here? I did not. He's got a barracks. He's built a planetary fortress. He's got another barracks coming up down here too. And yeah, the cannon rush is happening from Maxi, and the Hellions going to have a hard time stopping this. But there's a tech lab and presumably a tank on the way from CptCaneABis next. So, alright. So I think CptCaneABis is responding to this pretty well. He's going to come up with some Marines and try to get in here, but there are 2 cannons and a Stalker, and that's not going to work at all for the Marines. And they're not even on A move, so they die. Okay, it's problematic. Cannons are coming in. And here we go. So now the cannons are firing. They have the high ground vision. That Hellion's going to die unless it moves, and it's not going to move. Now the trick here is getting in here and killing that factory before a tank pops out. Because once a tank pops out, you are all in big, big trouble. Yeah, you're going to get through. I don't know if you have enough DPS to take that down. Maybe getting the tech lab is possible with the Zealot. Gosh, he's not doing that, though. He really wants to get this engineering bay for some reason. Your priority really should not be the engineering bay, friend. That's a supply block on CptCaneABis. He's got 30 out of 30 supply. Trying to continue the cannon rush up this way, but tanks don't need to research siege, and the siege tank's going to be ready to go. Oh, but the Zealot can actually get in there. So if the tank pulls back, there we go, to the planetary fortress, it can siege up without being worried about the Zealot killing it. But it can go ahead and fire on the Zealot or fire here on the pylon. There you go. That's in range as well. Well in range. So at this point, Maxion... Oh, he knows about this, though. So he knows about secret base of CptCaneABis down here. Okay, so that's different. If he didn't know about it, I think he'd have a worse time of it. But yeah, double Stargate follow-up from Maxion. He's like, once you've cannon rushed somebody, the logical response... And follow-up is Void Rays. So he's going to go for Void Rays. He's finally taking his natural, which is, I guess, at this point, technically, CptCaneABis is taking his natural, though he's only using it for gas, which he's pretty mineral-starved. I'm not sure why he's using this for gas entirely, nor has he really gotten up to a good SCV count here inside the main base, although he just did start making another SCV. Zealot, man. Come on down here, he says. Come on down to where my cannon friends are. No? Cool. Zealot has no kills, but has done so much damage. Get up there. Provide the vision. Come on. Come on. Sacrifice yourself. Not doing it. Not making it happen. That's okay, I guess. Probe holding is on like a watchtower, which is not recommended behavior. If you want to hold one, use a Zealot or an Adept or a Stalker or something. Probes are much better served by getting resources. And it is Void Rays for Maxion, because of course it's Void Rays from Maxion. Not that he has that many workers either. I mean... He did lose a bunch. He lost 8 probes, which he didn't really recover from at all. That's okay. He's going for Void Rays, and Void Rays are going to be a pretty good answer to this whole Marauder Planetary Fortress tank thing that CptCaneABis is going for. Void Rays, good answer at the lower levels. Pretty crappy, honestly, at the higher levels. Just a lot of things can kill them if you know what to make and know how to control them. Void Rays are actually pretty bad against those things. The thing is, at the lower levels, control is not very good, and decision-making is also not very good. So Observer comes in to see. I guess there are a handful of Marines, though. So, I don't know. I mean, I guess the Marine count, that is enough Marines to take down a Void Ray. So we're going to try to come in here with a pretty good Marine Marauder Ball. Void Ray might distract that. There we go. Void Ray does distract that attack from coming in, where he could have done a lot of damage. Get out of there, Void Ray! That's too many Marines, and he does know! Maxion knows that's too many Marines for him to take care of, and he's getting out. He's coming back around. Dude, Prismatic Alignment on a Marauder is pretty good. That's bonus damage versus armored attacking units. Armored targets. And Marauders are, in fact, armored. Oh, he Prismatic Alignment to try to take down an SCV. That's not how that works. I don't know. 4 kills on that is not bad. A couple more Void Rays coming in. Missile turrets coming up to defend against those dudes. And tanks are crushing Maxion's presence on this side of the map. So, alright. So, we're at 2 basing Protoss. He's kind of stopped making probes at this point. He needs to keep those going. There we go. Started a couple more. CptCaneABis is not really great on worker count either. But he does have... I was going to say he has mules, but nope. He doesn't have any orbital commands, so never mind. This looks bad for Maxion, I gotta say. Army supply is pretty even, but the Void Rays are not fantastic against the number of Marines that exist here. Everything else, yeah. The Marauders and the tanks can be wiped out. But the continued Marine production is pretty smart here out of CptCaneABis. Call him Captain at this point. He's going to try to reduce the gas income for Captain a little bit. Does that. CptCaneABis says, I'm just going to push at the front door where there's an Immortal and a Stalker and a bunch of cannons. But the tanks should be able to handle most of this, unless I don't siege up the tanks and let them die for no reason. He knows about siege, right? I'm going to throw that out real quick. He knows about siege mode. Hey, he knows about siege mode. Because he sieged earlier. He sieged earlier at his main. Okay, he just took his time with it. That's all. That's all he did. Dude, a Void Ray Immortal, I think might be able to get in here and take this down. But you got to attack at the same time, guys. Ooh, they're going after the Pylon instead of the Immortal. That is a bold decision. Let's see if that pays off for him. Yep, not enough Marines. 1 Marine to 1 Void Ray is bad. I know Marines counter them, and they do. Hiders also counter them, and they do, but not in a 1-to-1 situation. You got to have a better odds than that if you have the Marines. So Void Ray's pretty happy with themselves. 5 kills, 3 kills, and 8 kills on them. Hasn't lost one yet. Maxion's control has been pretty impressive with these guys, at the very least, but CptCaneABis does have an orbital command down here at his new 3rd base. He's taken a 4th in his natural location because why not? Why would you not do such a thing? Great question, Falcon. I don't know. And moving in the Void Rays. With Prismatic Alignment, should be able to burn down this real fast, take down the Planetary Fortress as these cannons, as these are not protecting, as those turrets are not protecting. Prismatic Alignment would be pretty great here. Has he used it? He has not. Prismatic Alignment, go! I believe! There it is! Hey! My faith paid off. He went for it. No repair here. I think you can out-repair 3 Void Rays using Prismatic Alignment with the number of SCVs that are present. There it is! Well, can he do it? Oh my gosh. He's doing it. Oh, he did it! He's running out of minerals, though, with this repair. He's going to have to stop here eventually. Nah, he's making more than that. Dude, do not fly into that missile turret and die. I'll be so mad at you. I'll be so mad at you. Also, bring these dudes in. I know doing 2 things at once is a lot to ask, but get on in there. Oh, also, Vikings, pretty fantastic against Void Rays, especially if they are kited, as it looks like Captain knows how to do that. This is close. Maxion has more stuff. His army supply is way bigger, but he's got static defense, and he knows how to control Vikings, which does help a little bit. Prismatic Alignment, down. Now get the Planetary. Okay, SCVs are fine too. Guaranteed damage is good too here. Oh, hang on. Cyclones. Wow, Cyclones die real fast to these dudes. Okay, Void Rays, armored targets. Good stuff. Don't drift into missile turret range here. Just hold position right there. Hold position right there. These Void Rays pulled back home. Having a shield battery would not be a bad thing. And Captain's going to lose his main, but he does have 2 other bases that he's taken, including his natural, I guess, which is now completely complete. As opposed to incompletely complete, I guess. Dude, this lock-on, though. One of these Void Rays is going to go down. The 9-kill Void Ray goes down. 10 kills there, 9 kills there. Planetary dies, and I kind of feel like that's probably a job well done, although killing another... Almost killing a Cyclone seems like a pretty good deal. He sees this, right? He does. Coming around the back, like this angle looks pretty open to me. I wonder if he's going to poke around and try to see that or not. Or if he's just going to accept his fate and head on out. Okay, so where are we at? 86 to 42 total supply in favor of the Protoss. He's got the army. It's mostly Void Rays. I mean, literally... Ooh, carriers are on the way too. Kind of love that, to be honest with you. Prismatic Alignment. Okay, well that Void Ray is dead. Did you try to engage in... No! You can't engage into missile turrets and Vikings. Come on. One or the other, maybe, depending on the numbers involved. But if there is missile turret support and anti-air, don't. Recommendation from Falcon. Maxion taking a 3rd base at the 13th minute of the game. Again, it's been a crazy one. Timings don't make any sense. I'm not sure the timings would have been if it had been a standard macro game, but still. Yeah, I kind of like this carrier play. Sure, Vikings exist. Vikings are pretty fantastic against carriers, but... Again, it requires really good control from the Terran, which I'm just not sure that we have. So, is he really going into the most firmly entrenched, defended location on the map, and he's going to try to kill it? This is less defended than this is. Although the Vikings just left, so never mind. Maybe this is now possibly one of the least defended places. So, yeah, the Vikings are out. I'd say it's time to move in. Just Prismatic Alignment, bam, 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 finish off the orbital command. Hope the Vikings can't get here soon enough because they're busy doing other stuff. They're trying to find in the main and take down these carriers, which, jeez, they really do well against carriers. But you know what? Carrier interceptors can chase you down pretty far. So base goes down. Void Ray's got it. They've been on a base hunting operation thus far, which I heartily approve of. And then, yeah, this is a good angle, too. I guess there's one turret there, but again, prismatic alignment it down. Guess you're on cooldown there, so can't do it immediately, but still. Maybe force the Vikings into engaging with you. Removing gas income is really good in a situation where your opponent needs Vikings. And the Vikings not being microed, so they both die. That's really problematic. You need as many Vikings as possible. Losing 2 right there is really problematic. Like, just, I don't know if it's game-endy, but it is kind of on the downswing right now for the Terran player. I'm looking at it, man. 60 to 16 army supply is such a discrepancy. Trying to supply block Captain is going to be actually not that hard, it turns out. Oh, lock on does take down a Void Ray. It was just a question of target priority there. Should have gone after the Cyclone instead of the Marines, but that's okay. That's a supply block on Captain. Plus, if you get in the right angle here, and he does, with Prismatic Alignment, which just came off cooldown. So barracks down. Yeah, this base is toast. There are no Marines forthcoming to help with this. Not that you can really make enough Marines to kill this anyway in time with the 1 barracks that you had. It was reactored, but still. Is he worth? Nope, the Vikings won't be controlled that well. Ready for this? Yeah, got a little bit too close. It's hard, okay? I get it. It's hard to kite that effectively with Vikings, but still. Gotta do better than that. Turrets going down to the prismatic alignment. Trying to kill the SCVs so the repair is not really a thing anymore. And there you go. You just kind of sit here. Kill all the SCVs. I think that's it for Captain. He's just dead. He's making a Thor, which somehow he has the supply for that. I guess losing a ton of these SCVs and a couple Vikings will do that for you. But Maxion doing a pretty good job saturating this base up top, and by that I mean he's got 5 probes, which not a super great job, but that's okay. I still don't think he knows about Chrono Boost. Is that on full? That's on full. That's on full. How does Maxion not know about Chrono Boost? I mean, I was going after Captain for not knowing about Siege, but I really am convinced Maxion does not know about Chrono Boost. So if you're watching Maxion, see this little Chrono Boost icon? Yeah, that means you can speed stuff up that's being produced out of buildings, like your Nexus to make workers faster, or out of the Stargates to make stuff out of the Stargates faster, or hang on, it's a Chrono Boost! Alright, Maxion does know what it is. He just hasn't been doing it very well. It's kind of like injects in lower level games. They know what it is. It's just not really a super priority for them when other stuff is happening. When it should be a priority all the time. Injects should always happen for Zergs. Mule call downs should always happen for Terran, and same thing with Chrono Boost. There should always be something going if you have the energy for it. Upgrades being Chrono Boost, workers being Chrono Boost are the priorities. And then sure, if you want to Chrono Boost out, maybe for example carriers, you can save it for that too. So yeah, at this point, big old carrier army, I'm pretty sure this is a foregone conclusion. The Captain is dead. Captain has 16 SC, or rather 16 army supply to 94 out of the Protoss. That Thor did not stand a chance. And here we are. This is where a lot of the SCVs exist for Captain. The Void Rays are here. There's really not much to stop them. Three turrets is not enough versus 5 Void Rays with prismatic alignment. Viking production continuing out of Captain. Can't argue with it all that much. I'm going to try to come in here and deal with these carriers, but when you have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 carriers and 5 Vikings, no. I don't know anybody can do this effectively. He's going to fly over the cannons. He's going to fly over the, well, the cannon anyway. Take some free shots. Maybe try to land back here and snap off some probes while there are cannons in the direct vicinity. Is he doing it? I think he's doing it. Meanwhile, the Void Rays did find an angle over here where they don't have to kill the turrets, but they can go after the planetary. Then they got distracted, and then they took down a turret, and then all the SCVs died, and Captain's down to 13 SCVs. Yeah, these dudes didn't land because they are worried about this, where I don't think Captain has the income to repair through that much damage, but factory getting burned to the ground, and by that I mean it's going to fall to the ground and explode. The Vikings do land and get some stuff done against these probes. And then the carriers show up, and the Vikings can't even defend themselves, and they're all completely dead. Army supply 6 to 122. Yeah, at this point, Captain needs to recognize he's done. This is a situation where lower-level players are kind of bad at realizing when they're completely dead. Even if they're not actually dead, there's just no coming back from this at all. You have 1 base mining, 6 SCVs. Yes, you are hidden from the Protoss. He doesn't know you're here. But that doesn't matter. You can't possibly hope to come back from this. I know that I say Terrans aren't dead until they're dead, But a 7 to 34 worker supply difference and a 4 to 118 supply army difference is insurmountable. I'm going to call it a fatality here. Vikings trying to do stuff. Hey guys, what you trying to do? Zealots moving about. Flying directly over cannons. Again, considered a bad move. I'm going to lose 1 Viking for nothing. Maybe even 2? Nope. Ooh, that was close though. 1 more shot and he was dead. I'm going to try to land back here and kill as many probes as possible, which, you know, honestly, I wish we'd see this more, especially in lower levels. That bonus damage versus mechanical, they 2-shot probes. And they shoot pretty fast, too. Look at that. They're using a friggin' machine gun against probes. You'd think it'd work pretty well, and it certainly does. This dude, though, he got 7 kills, 8 kills. He's going to die to probes, but he does get a bunch of kills nevertheless. Probes forced to fight for their own lives, and that's your good game. As the secret base is found, Captain Kane is done, and Maxion is your winner in 20 minutes and 55 seconds. Good stuff. Pretty fun stuff. Good into the void. That was... it was crazy. We had delayed cannon rush. We had planetary fortress defensive positions. We had carriers and void rays and turrets and cyclones and Vikings all over the place. At the end of the day, 18,000 resources lost for the Terran, only 6,000 for the Protoss. Really only lost 6 void rays, and that was about it. When all is said and done. Sure, 34 probes got killed. That's actually more than I expected to be dead in this game. So pretty good harassment, I would say, from CptCaneABis, but really only overproduced maybe 60 SCVs in a 20-minute game. You need more than that. You need more bases. You got to really know how to handle void rays, and that's just Marines. You just make a whole ton of Marines, give them stim, give them combat shield, give them medevacs especially. And you just A-move in this situation and you win. There's a reason you don't see carriers versus Terran in professional games. It's because there are so many answers to carriers. From Terran, it's going to be Marines, it's going to be Vikings. Even Ghosts with EMP can be pretty darn effective. And yeah, there's just no reason to do it. So good stuff. Great game. Overall, really fun, really entertaining, but that's going to be it for me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void and a Patron edition. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.
And so you must run, and it's taken your heart and broken your soul. You cannot go back until you're made whole. And you're running into the void. You go searching into the void to find a place you can live. You can love. Is it just an illusion? When push comes to shove, there's a light upon you, and you follow it on. Looking for a reason and a way to atone. All around you the stars. You're lost in a maelstrom of a great new unknown. And you're running into the void. You go searching into the void to find a place you can live, a place you can love. Is it just an illusion when push comes to shove? And you're running into the void. You go searching into the